Hello everyone, welcome to Book Club Preview. I'm Michael, and today we're looking at Fantastic Mr. Fox, chapter 11 and 12. Now, this chapter starts with the biggest son fox bringing the chickens to Mrs. Fox. And he says, "Oh man, I just can't wait. I can't wait for my mom to see what we have." He's so excited. He can't wait. And so finally he runs inside the room and he holds up the chickens. It's like, "Mom, look, we have these chickens." Mom looks over and she's so weak. "Oh, I must be dreaming." And she falls back asleep. And the son says, "No, Mom, no, you're not dreaming. Dad took us to chicken house number 1. These are real chickens." And suddenly Mrs. Fox gets new strength, and she's so excited. She's like, "Oh, this is so wonderful. Let's start preparing these chickens quickly." And they start getting the chickens ready. Now, in chapter 12, Mr. Fox is digging with the other children, and they just keep thinking to themselves that they're really hungry, but they can't even think of their hunger because they think it's so funny that they just stole Bogus's chickens, and they're going to eat Bogus's chickens while they're on top waiting for them, and they're just going to have a feast. And so they're just so excited, and they think it's so funny. They keep laughing as they're digging, thinking about it. As they're digging, suddenly they hear something above them, and a nose peeks out and says, "Who goes there? Who? Hey, who is it?" Well, it's Mr. Badger. And Mr. Badger tells Mr. Fox that Mr. Badger, Mrs. Badger, their children, Mr. Rabbit, Mrs. Rabbit, their children, Mr. Weasel, Mrs. Weasel, their children, and maybe more, are all hiding in Badger's house, starving to death because no one can leave the hill. At nighttime, daytime, there's hunters everywhere with flashlights, and everyone's starving and everyone's dying. And Mr. Fox says, "Oh, my good dear friend, Mr. Badger, this is all my fault." And Mr. Badger says, Yes, it is your fault. It is your fault." And Mr. Fox says, "So, I'll tell you what, why don't you join a feast with me and my family? We have 3 giant chickens from Bogus's hen house, or chicken house." And Mr. Badger doesn't believe it. "No, you're lying to me." And the kids are like, No, it's true. We found our way there." And everyone starts to get excited. And he says, "Mr. Badger, I tell you what, you can help us dig this tunnel. Send your son off to go tell the rest of the family to come join my family for a fantastic feast of Mr. Bogus's chickens." And so the child runs off, and Mr. Badger helps Mr. Fox dig to wherever they're digging. We don't even know. Some vocabulary. Murmured. This is like I think I'm dreaming. This kind of sleep kind of talking, or talking, I don't want to wash the dishes. Kind of that kind of sound of keeping your sound to yourself. Spluttered is the son is so excited, he just says it so quickly. "No, Mom, it's true. It's really true. Oh my goodness, Mom, we found the chickens." Blah, 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 blah. It just kind of comes out, also a way of sharing. Plucking is to pick. So the chicken, they have to take out the feathers. And nowadays we have machines that do that for us and everything. But a long time ago, they had to hold the chicken and pull out all the feathers from the chicken. Whacking. This is I don't really know this expression. It's kind of old, but I can guess the meaning. That it's like silly or incredible. If I look at the chapter, let me read the sentence to you here. It says, "They knew they were going to have a whacking great feast." Incredible maybe say incredibly great feast, um, enormous, wonderful, something like that. The next word is another word I don't know, churgle, but I imagine that kind of this laughing in your throat. I don't know for real, and I don't think this is actually a real word, but I can imagine from the sentence, and let me read it here to you. Bogus's let's see. They knew they were going to have a whacking great feast before long, and the fact that it was none other than Bogus's chickens they were going to eat made them churgle with laughter every time they thought about it. So it's with laughter, okay, kind of laughter sound, and I can kind of imagine churgle. The sound of the word sounds like a kind of gargle kind of sound. So churgle, I think of kind of maybe a throaty kind of laughter as they're digging. And I believe the last one here, foggiest. Now Badger says, I don't have the foggiest idea, or I'm so foggy I can't remember. But if you imagine fog around your house or in your city, it's hard to see what's happening. So foggiest can be like confused or unclear. So it's kind of unsure. And that's how I think Mr. Badger feels. I don't have the foggiest idea where you've been. Discussion question. Whose fault do you think it really is that all the animals are in this mess? Okay, Badger says, Mr. Fox, it's your fault. Mr. Fox says, it's my fault. And that could be true. But whose fault do you think it is that they're in this situation, all the animals? Of course, please make your own discussion question. All right, that's very, very important. I need everyone to make at least one discussion question. Just an idea you thought of. It could be anything, any question you thought of. How do you like to eat chicken? Could be a discussion question. We're talking about chickens. Anything from the story. Think of your own and share it with us. That is all the time that we have for today. But thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Book Club Preview. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Hey, if you have any questions about the video today, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. If you had any other vocabulary words that you wanted to know what they meant, let me know. And also, if you're interested in maybe joining one of these book clubs, please leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.